Hello, everybody, and welcome into another News and Rumors here at the Hockey Writers. I'm your host, Matthew Zator, and as always, for our Red Wings edition, got Jordan Orth here. Jordan, how's it going?
Good. It's been a good week for the Wings, so can't complain.
Yeah, it has been. It's been good. We're going to talk about in this episode, but goaltending's gotten way better in the last few games. And the drama around Quinn Hughes is now done because he was traded to the Minnesota Wild. So there's no speculation, at least for now. If he doesn't, I guess it goes longer, we might reset this whole discussion again. But right now, he's a part of the Wild. So we're going to start there. The Wings were confirmed that they were in on Quinn Hughes. Like we talked about the speculation of were they, weren't they? I mean, it was confirmed they were in the discussions. But they were unwilling to match. I don't know if they were unwilling to match the price, but the fact that there was no assurances that Quinn Hughes was going to re-sign with the team that he was going to kind of turned off Yzerman, saying, well, if we're going to give up all this and we're only going to have him for a season and a half, that's a lot to pay. And the Wild paid a lot. So, Jordan, what do you think about this? First question is what would have been the equivalent? I mean, what they got from the Wild was really three big pieces plus a first-round pick. What do you think the deal could have been for the Red Wings?
You compare the guys that the Wild gave up. You look at someone like Rossi. I think you're looking at that kind of Casper-type player. Rossi's got a little bit more established in the league, a little bit more, but kind of what, like you've talked about before, Vancouver had interest in him at the draft when he was picked too. Yeah. So I think you're looking there for a comparable between those two. And you look at William, maybe Edmondson, either him or Sandin Pellikka would be my guess, because obviously you want to get a defenseman back if you're giving up your franchise player in Hughes. And then, Ogren, you're looking, I don't really know. Just trying to compare what they got. You're maybe looking at maybe a Danielson, because Ogren's probably going to be that middle six, bottom six kind of guy that kind of fits the Danielson mold. And obviously you're looking at least the first round pick too. So, I think not giving up that much, like you said, not having the assurance of having them long-term is a good call by Yzerman. Just because, you don't want to – you got those young guys that you're giving up. He's built that system up from what Holland left it at. You don't want to – yeah, Quinn Hughes is a generational defenseman. But at the same time, you don't want to set yourself back in a year and a half and you're like, well, what do we do? And kind of with your hands up in the air, like, okay, we can't – he's not going to re-sign with us. He's going to either go to New Jersey, wherever. Yeah. And you're kind of like, well, we just gave up a defenseman that's going to be would have been in our lineup for the next 10 years, top six center, a guy who could play a bottom six role. Like, I get it. I agree with the fact that they didn't want to meet or match what the Wild gave up, just because knowing how Yzerman is and the fact that you're not at that point where Quinn Hughes puts you as a Stanley Cup contender.
Mm-hmm. That's true. The Wild are further along in that case. They're obviously, they're fighting in the Central Division. They needed to make some kind of to upgrade themselves. When you're looking at the teams they're fighting with, Dallas Stars and the Colorado Avalanche, and the Winnipeg Jets, as we thrown in there as well. That's a dogfight, and they, we add Quinn Hughes. They're right in that mix. The Red Wings, you add Quinn Hughes. Are they ridiculously above every other team? They're better, obviously, when you have Quinn Hughes in there. But you're giving up a lot and I was even discussing with Mariah about it, that, the Wild are doing a risky thing too. You're giving up quite a bit of your future for a guy that might only be here for a season and a half.
Right.
It is a risk for them because he could end up just bolting to New Jersey in free agency as well. It could end up being a Mikko Rantanen situation again, where he's traded probably not as fast as Rantanen was, but and then he signs long-term somewhere else. And that's exactly what happened with Rantanen. So you'd probably get a good haul for, obviously you're going to be trading Hughes anyway. If that's the case, if there's no, he's not going to re-sign. I don't know if it's going to be as big of a package as you gave up in the first place. So it's risky. So I do get why Yzerman kind of said, well, that's a no-go. Might have been willing to give up that price if they were saying Hughes was like, yes, I will re-sign once I'm allowed to. I think that's would have maybe pushed it for the Red Wings if the Canucks would like the Red Wings package over the Wilds, which, I mean, that's not a guarantee too. All right, let's go off that and Hughes discussion and going to a goaltender that we talked about on the last episode, I believe it was last one, about John Gibson. He is on fire right now. He's got 2 shutouts in his last 3 starts, only has allowed 3 goals. Started against the Canucks with his first shutout as a Red Wing, and he just had a shutout against the Blackhawks and allowed 3 against the Flames. So he's on a bit of a roll. Is this the guy that the Red Wings were expecting?
At this, how he's playing right now, it is. I mean, 5-0 in the month of December. He's done a complete 180 compared to what he looked like in November. I mean, really the entire season leading up to the month of December, he complete 180. I mean, he looks a lot more confident in the net. He looks like the guy that everybody was hoping he was going to be. You come in, it's like, okay, again, we've talked about it before. Talbot's he's right there with Quick as the oldest goaltender in the league. You don't want to have him shoulder the load. That was the whole point of bringing Gibson in, is trying to get that 1A, 1B type of thing going. And yeah, I mean, if he can keep it going, I mean, it's great news going forward. But yeah, I think he's finally turning the corner and becoming what they were expecting him to be finally. So
when you're looking at he does. I mean, watching him against the Canucks, I mean, maybe that's what he needed, the tonic against a team that he's really good against all the time. His record against the Canucks is just ridiculous. He's got, I believe it was his 4th shutout against Vancouver in his career. And, you know, that's something where he's like, get some confidence back and you get on a roll. Because he looks so calm in that game, where every save just looked easy and he just looked like he was, very calm in the crease. And that's what Gibson is when he's on his game. And that's what the Red Wings needed. They need that type of elite goaltender where you just look back and you're like, yeah, we're confident this guy's going to make the save. So that's big.
That's just it. You look at it and you see, again, the defense has played better this year, but when you have that goaltending playing the way he has, like you said, it gives that confidence, not even just to himself, but from the defense to the forward group. It's like, okay, we can not, like, obviously you want to make a mistake on the ice, but you know that when you have a guy that's on fire, you can make a mistake and know he's behind you going to make a save to either bail you out or, I mean, just keep you in a game if you're not feeling it or rolling the way you should on a night. So it's exactly what they needed, especially going into the Christmas season. I mean, you need the goaltending rolling. Is it going to last all season? No, it's not going to last. No. He'll hit a little lull again, I'm sure, and everybody will be, he's back to playing like he was at the beginning of the season. He's not what everybody wants, blah 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 blah. But it's ebbs and flows, roller coaster, no matter what you do for any team, any player. So just ride the hot streak as long as you can.
Yeah, he's not going to have 2 out of 3 games shutouts all the time. So, I mean, the great role here, and hopefully it'll continue. I mean, you don't want him to drop back to what he was at the beginning, but get to just a even keel, which is what you want, where he's just making the saves he needs to and has the occasional brilliant game, and that's what you want. So, and he's definitely capable. He's shown that in his career. So hopefully that can continue for him. All right, let's finish the show with, I mean, obviously the goaltending is part of this. They are now tied for first in the Atlantic again with the Tampa Bay Lightning. What has led to this? Is it just the goaltending, or is there other parts of their game that's kind of looked a bit better?
I think you kind of look at, obviously, the goaltending. I mean, you look at a little bit of the shuffling the lineup. You have Cop with DeBrincat and Kane. Sorry. I mean, that Cop's looked a lot better too with where he's at compared to what he was doing at the beginning of the season. You're getting that depth in the lineup to start to show up. Van Riemsdyk's been on a tear a little bit with the goal scoring. You're seeing guys that needed to step up start stepping up. We've seen Kane start picking his game up. The guys up top are still doing what they're supposed to. But when you start seeing top to bottom, you can send a line out there and say, go out there and get your job done. They're starting to do it. So you see that start happening. You're going to start seeing everything just kind of fall in line, I think, and they're going to start clicking a little bit more. I mean, obviously they did well on the road trip, but if you can keep doing that, I think you'll see them that top 3, hopefully in the division still by the end of the year. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, this might change when you guys are watching this morning, because the Bruins are only a point back. If they win tonight against the Wild, they're vaulted into first. So as of right now, the Red Wings are tied for first in the Atlantic. But yeah, right in that mix again. And we talked about it, and they weren't that far out of it when they fell into that a little bit below, but they're still a few points out. This division seems like it's going to be doing this all season.
Yeah, it's a shuffle. It seems like every day it's someone. Well, these guys are in first. Well, no, now they're in third or fourth. No, these guys are first. Well,
yeah. It's a very interesting division right now, because I mean, there's some teams that we didn't expect to be in there. I don't think the Bruins were like, are they going to be in this mix? I don't know if everyone was kind of confident on that. The Red Wings were part of that too. Or like, are they going to be in there? So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one to watch again throughout the season. If any of these teams kind of stay, or one's going to pull ahead, which might happen too. So we'll find out as the season goes on. But yeah, and Kane is only, I think, a couple goals away from 500. Two, yeah.
2 away now. Yep.
So watch that as the week goes on. Maybe we'll be talking about that in the next episode. But thanks, Jordan, for coming on, talking Red Wings as always. Make sure to check out everything at thehockeyrights.com. We got great articles throughout the site on everything. I know there's an article on John Gibson not that long ago too. So and then Sebastian Cossa is still doing really well in the AHL too. So yeah, check out all that and our Substack newsletter if you haven't subscribed to that. But until our next one, we will see you next time.